Welcome to the 1% Diaries, where we're getting 1% better every day until we reach the top 1% of earners in the US. This week we focus on routines, getting our gym routine, sleep routine, and our work routine really dialed in to make our week more efficient and productive. So every day we focus on something different, and I'll take you day by day and explain all the changes that we made that made us 1% better so that you can use them to improve yourself and your business. Good morning! So today starts the first day of getting 1% better every day until I reach the top 1% of earners in the US. So this week we're focusing on routines, my sleep routine, my gym routine, my work routine. Something I notice about a lot of successful entrepreneurs is that first thing they do when they wake up, if not work, is to work out. I'm gonna opt for working out and then get to work right after because I find I have a lot of mental clarity after I come back from the gym. Things seem less stressful, less overwhelming. I'm doing that this week because my normal routine is very slow mornings every morning. Waking up slowly, having my coffee, chatting with my boyfriend and my dog. And although I absolutely love it, I feel like really dialing in this morning routine will help me accelerate my progress. I'm really excited. I will see you guys at the gym. Today's leg day, so wish me luck. So Monday, we focused on our gym routine. Getting in the gym earlier gave me 2 extra deep hours of work daily, which will help increase our revenue later on. Another thing we did is resistance training. Resistance training, and that it's very challenging, pushes you past what you did not think was physically possible. And this same concept relates to business as well. And then when I'm in the gym, I track effort, not ego. I log all of my reps in Google Sheets. This is really simple, easy, and really effective for me personally. So day 1 complete for the 1% challenge. Today we got on the gym earlier than we normally do. We got there at about 8:45. We're finished warming up about 9. So this is hours earlier than I usually do. Usually we're getting in there like 11, 12. And then it really breaks up the workflow of my day because we're there for like 1 to 2 hours. It was really tough. I haven't talked about this before on any of my channels, but I do resistance train. I was a dancer, cheerleader my whole life. So at no part in my training or athletic career had I done resistance training until I met my boyfriend, which is amazing, but I'm always used to doing fun exercise. And as much as I love just like burning calories and like maintaining my weight, like that's what I've done pretty much my entire life. My goal now is to really build muscle. So I've been told the only way to do that is through resistance training, putting your muscles under continuous stress so that they'll grow. I do consistently underestimate how difficult resistance training is. It's something that requires a mindset shift where you have to be okay just pushing yourself to the absolute limit, which is something that I guess I wasn't really used to until my boyfriend started calling me out. He's my training partner and just made me woefully aware that I was not trying hard enough to get the gains that I wanted. It requires a lot of humbling yourself, learning new things, and really, really pushing yourself to get results, which I love and I'm going to continue to do because I know it's the best thing for me, for my body, for my bones. Just keep working at it because that shit is so hard. So today we succeeded in getting there earlier. We were there from about 9 to about 11 because it was leg day. So it took a little bit longer. Tomorrow my goal is to get there even earlier, but I can really be home by about 8. I would love to be home at my desk at 8 and already have my workout done. So tomorrow that's going to be the goal, is to be in the gym instead of at 9 at 7. Be a little bit more efficient with the timing as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So day 1 complete. I will see you guys tomorrow. So Tuesday, we focused more on our sleep routine, really honing this in and getting the most out of our sleep because sleep is so important. You spend half of your life sleeping, so it better be quality. If you don't get good sleep, you'll find that your whole day is disorganized, you have brain fog. So as business leaders and entrepreneurs, we need to make sure that our sleep is absolutely dialed. There was actually a study in the Journal of Applied Psychology that said sleep quality predicts income growth, that top earners average 7.5 hours per night of high quality sleep. Each extra hour potentially links to 4 to 5% salary increase over the long term. So on Tuesday, in order to wind down, me and my boyfriend and my dog went on a sunset walk. This was really, really relaxing. We put our phones on Do Not Disturb. And when we got back, first thing I did was plan my schedule for the next day to make sure that everything was put in place, that I didn't have any other lingering thoughts in my head that would prevent me from falling asleep. And then after I planned my schedule, I journaled and wrote down anything else in my head, absolute brain dump. And then I made sure that I had no screens past 9 p.m. So our 1% for Tuesday was actually setting an 8:30 p.m. bedtime alarm to notify me no more screen time, make sure I'm starting that nighttime routine of journaling, brain dumping, and allowing myself to read, because I also really want to get in the habit of reading more before I go to bed instead of scrolling in order to fall asleep. So that's what we did on Tuesday, and we successfully achieved our 1% there as well. Then on Wednesday, this was our day for prioritizing our work blocks, making sure that we really hone in our scheduling and the way that we divvy up our time to make sure that it's done most effectively. So something that I read was that CEOs block their first 90 minutes for the most important tasks. So only things that move the needle, the things that are most important to me for that day. Along with that, I also batch low ROI tasks. So for example, doing emails, replying to comments, I'll batch these tasks and I'll put a little work block of 30 or 40 minutes in order to get these things done so that they're not interrupting my workflow during the week. Another thing that I do to really improve my cognitive function throughout the week is I theme all of the days in my week. So this helps with consistent output and zero decision fatigue. So for example, Monday is my response day, Tuesday is client day, Wednesday is research day, Thursday is my admin day, and Friday is my content batching day. And then another thing that I do to really audit my calendar is I differentiate my CEO and admin time blocks. So I have time built in for working on the business and also in the business to make sure that I have all of my bases covered. And then my 1% for this day was actually timing my time block. So this is something I've done inconsistently in the past, but I found really works, is as soon as my next time block starts, I start the timer for the exact amount of time that I have allotted for that task. And seeing the timer, knowing it's there, really helps me put a pep in my step to make sure that I'm accomplishing everything that I need to do in that amount of time. So Thursday, we focused on fitness again. So we headed back to the gym. We got there earlier than Monday. We got there at 7 a.m. Something that we focus on during all of our workouts is that we do compound lifts because they save time. They target multiple muscle groups at once to get the best and most efficient outcome. And then after this, we didn't have anything else planned. So we were lucky enough to be able to take a walk together outside. So walking outside in nature is something really big for us. My boyfriend and I, we take at least one walk every single night out in nature. We try to get outside as much as possible. That's super important to us because we spend most of our time in front of screens, and where I live has the most beautiful nature walks. So we really try to prioritize that, just touching grass, breathing real air, that kind of thing. So our 1% for this day was getting fresh air, spending quality time with my partner and our pup. And then we got to Friday. Friday is my content batching day. This is something that I've had integrated into my routine, but I really haven't stuck to it consistently. So Friday, I made sure that we were absolutely staying within our time blocks, getting everything done that we needed to get done. So I batch filmed all of the content for the following week. So I'll show you my schedule here. I have a lot of time for content brainstorming, scheduling my content, filming the content, and then editing the content every Friday to make sure that I stay on track and get as much done possible in one day for the rest of the week. It makes everything way less stressful. I'm filming a lot more content than I have in the past, so I definitely need to make sure that I have the most efficient systems in place. So this is definitely one of them. And then I actually designed a weekly habit tracker in order to record our wins and where we need improvement. So this week we did improve at least 1% on workouts, bedtime routines, and our work blocks this week. So that was really awesome. If you want to download this habit tracker, I actually have it in my link in bio. It's called the 1% Habit Tracker, so you can keep track of your goals along with me as we go throughout this journey. And that was our week. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I had so much fun doing this. It was a challenge for sure, and this is a work in progress, something that I'm really going to continue to work on as the weeks go by and stack these different habits, these 1% habits, to really get the best outcome. Let me know what you guys thought of this video down below, and if you have any other ideas or of content that you'd like to see from me.